and quite humid. Despite we are just 2 weeks away from the beginning of winter season in these parts of the world. Time for a light show. Estudiantes with some changes, as the team coached by Eduardo Dominguez is targeting international activity. Meanwhile, Barracas Central trying to escape from a relegation zone. Here is the lineup of the hosts, with Mariano Andújar as the keeper, Leonardo Godoy, Luciano Lolo, Zaid Romero and Gaston Benedetti, Fernando Zucchi, Jorge Rodríguez and Santiago Escasibar in the midfield, José Sosa and Benjamin Rolaiser will play behind Mauro Boselli. Several changes from the previous game. Meanwhile, Barracas Central has Guido Villar as the goalkeeper. Back five with Mauro Peinipil, Francisco Álvarez, Nicolás Capraro, Juan Ignacio Díaz and Rodrigo Insúa. On the midfield, Facundo Mater will take the right wing, Brian Calderara on the left, Rodrigo Herrera and the captain Ivan Tapia in the midfield. As the holding midfielders, and the striker will be Bruno Sepúlveda, the top scorer of the team in this campaign. The coach is Sergio Rondina. We see Franco Herrera in the bench. This is the schedule of the round. We started last night with Sarmiento and Newellstein with no goals. Then Arsenal shocked Boca Juniors. Then Estudiantes Barracas Central will open the day as we are watching. Will be followed by Tigre Talleres and Argentino Juniors against Platense. On Saturday we start tomorrow with Belgrano Vélez, Ríver Plέit, Defensa y Justicia, Central Córdoba, Huracán, Rosario Central, Instituto and Racing Club against Banfield. And then on Sunday, Unión Gimnasia, San Lorenzo Colón, Godoy Cruz Independiente and Lanús Atlético Tucumán. The standings have Ríver Plate 6 points clear from San Lorenzo. Talleres is in third place, 41, 35 and 34 respectively. Then Estudiantes with a chance of matching San Lorenzo as they are on 32 points. Then Defensa y Justicia, Rosario Central, Lanús, Belgrano, Boca Juniors, Newell's, Godoy Cruz, Sarmiento, Argentino Juniors and Platense. And then in the second page we find Tigre on 22 points, level with Barracas Central. Then Gimnasia, Instituto, Central Córdoba, Colón, Racing, Vélez, Independiente, Huracán, Atlético Tucumán, Banfield, Arsenal and Unión. It's a very nice evening we have in La Plata City. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody to this game. Estudiantes and Barracas Central. My name is Francisco Aure, but of course I'm not alone in the commentary box, as Klaus German will be alongside us for the game commentary. Klaus, good evening, my friend. How are you?
Good evening to you as well, Francisco, and everybody at home, for sure, as we kick off this Friday action. A couple of Peñarol jerseys there on the stand. As obviously the brother, you saw that, right? The brotherhood.
I saw it.
With Estudiantes, we all know that. Well, two teams with different realities. Barracas, I got to call them last week. Pretty solid win against San Lorenzo. Estudiantes, on the other hand, a team that literally has made a 180-degree turn if we compare them to the first couple of games of the season. Team so far located fourth with a record 9-5-4, 32 points. So tonight, with a pretty clear picture, and I say a clear picture because Barracas is a team that is strong, but mostly at home. And we see this wonderful fan base receiving Estudiantes. The kids for sure enjoying it as well. As I was saying, a team that usually doesn't do that well away from home, and that's Barracas Central. So again, Estudiantes today with the opportunity to move on to 35 points. I'm not going to say get involved completely in the fight for the tournament, but if River manages to lose points against a team like Defensa Justicia, that's likely to happen, then Estudiantes can get back in there into the fight of the tournament. So obviously there's international spots that, you know, obviously you want to grab onto, and you want to obtain as many points as possible. But at the end of the day, it's a team that, with Eduardo Dominguez, since he took over, it has shown us a different phase. Names are pretty much the same. It hasn't been a team that has acquired crazy names, but at the end of the day, the structure of the team itself, the confidence is obviously built up in the last couple of matches to a point where this team is so far located fourth. Again, not really, I don't know what to expect out of Barracas, a team that away from home has not really a good record so far, with an overall record of 5-7-6. 16th mid-table, 22 points. Again, coming from that victory against San Lorenzo, 1-0. We'll see if they can repeat. Let's see if they can gather some points away from home, something that has been very difficult for El Guapo throughout the season.
Yeah, but despite that, something that the first thing that impressed me is that the 4-4-2 system with a double number 9 that was very, very effective for Barracas Central in the previous game that you mentioned, Klaus, that you called against San Lorenzo, is gone for today. Rondina has switched back to the 5-4-1 as they carry the Ni Una Menos, which is a huge campaign by women that started in Argentina on June 3rd in 2015, protesting against, or better, protesting for women's rights. Certainly a sensitive day, as Sebastián Villa has been sentenced to 2 years in prison. We'll talk about that later in the game. Back to the game, as we see the referee crew with Fernando Chenique, Sebastián Reineri, and Andrés Barbieri, referee and assistants respectively, and Nicolás Cresta, appearing for the first time as a fourth official. Lucas Novelli and Pablo González will be in the VAR cabin. I was saying that Rondina switched back to a 5-4-1, which is a quite conservative system, as it's obvious to read, but not risking to play the same system that worked really well, as we see the coin toss.
Asistente número 2, Andrés Barbieri. El cuarto árbitro será Nicolás Cresta. Estarán en el bar Lucas Novelli y Pablo González.
You want to say something about what happened with Diego Aval? Because that was I didn't expect that, right?
Well, yeah, that's also a sensitive moment of the week. Diego Aval, for those who don't know, was dismissed from his position, was removed from his position after the incredible mistake committed by him, ruling out a goal from a corner kick in the previous game, in the previous round, I mean, between Gimnasia and Sarmiento. That again, a goal that would have meant the 1-0 win for Gimnasia. Yeah, for 1-0 in injury time. There was the yellow shirt of Peñarol. Diego Aval, back to that. Diego Aval was in the VAR position. He ruled the goal out. The referee could not check it, as it was not a play that you can go and watch on the screen. And Diego Aval was fired. We'll talk about that later on also, as the game is about to begin, Klaus.
I'll tell you something as well. I mean, obviously I'm not happy anybody losing their jobs, but if me and you say something we're not supposed to say here during this game live, we'll probably get fired, right? So,
True.
Listen, dude, some mistakes, I mean, I understand everybody can make mistakes, but some mistakes you're just like, wow. And you, on top of that, you're there, you're on the TV watching everything that's going on, and you still get it wrong. Like, dude, and there's coaches that actually end up losing their jobs because of some results. So someone has to take responsibility for what's going on. Ladies and gents, as we got our good old friend here trying to get rid of some of the paper, obviously displayed as soon as the pincha rata walked into the pitch. Fernando Chenique will be the man. It's a pretty packed house for a Friday night here in La Plata. One of the cities hosting the Under-20 World Cup being played in Argentina. Referee's like, can you put a little more power into that or no? Are we good?
We'll have the two semifinals and third place playoff, and the final match played on Thursday and next Sunday, not this weekend but the other one, the following one in La Plata, but at the Único Stadium, not here.
Yeah, no. There's a couple of teams that have requested the semifinal to be moved somewhere else.
Yeah, the pitch condition is
because they say
really poor. The field, it happened that it has rained a lot in La Plata for loads of days, in which the group stage was being played almost every day, with 2 games almost every day in La Plata. And certainly there is no field. Well, I wouldn't say no field, but it's hard to keep the field in good conditions with that weather for many, many days.
We're still taking the paper out. Now we got a couple of more guys in there getting... Well, what's the problem? Back in the day, they used to play with the paper on the pitch. It's not really a big deal. Bueno. Are we good? Thank you. There we go. Barracas Central, once again, they're displaying this jersey. Very, very attractive. And very bright yellow as well. Guys, are we good to go? Fernando. Oh, we're still going. All right.
Say hello to my little friend.
Players are getting cold. Come on, let's go. There we go. Finally, thank God. There it is, ladies and gents. The action in this match week 19 continues in Argentina alongside Francisco Aure and Klaus German. And this is Estudiantes hosting Barracas Central. Estudiantes looking to get in the top spots. Already 4th, looking to move up to 35 points. As Barracas Central looks to move approximately, maybe climb 14th, 13th. If they manage to get the 3 points, they could potentially move up to 25 points. So we'll see what happens. Maybe a very long ball. And this is going to be a goal kick. Gonna be a goal kick. It's a long ball into the middle. Ball surpasses everyone, and it is going to be recycled towards Andújar. Careful with this one. Ball cleared by the keeper. Kept inbound. And played towards the left side where it's now cleared. Okay, pass down the middle. It was a little risky, but it was successful nevertheless. Another chance for Barracas. Spain Pil makes his way up. Mater controls down the middle. A little complicated to see those numbers in the back of the jersey. For Barracas, look at this wonderful through ball down the right side. Careful with this one. It's a great one into the box. And now, Calderona! Goal for Barracas Central, Brian Calderara. And the miscommunication between the keeper and the defender who took forever to clear, the keeper who wasn't clear. And God knows what happened so far. That looks onside to me. And if nothing crazy happens here, Barraca Francisco should be leading 1-0.
Yeah, two mistakes to point out. First of all, Luciano Lolo, a little bit backwards, more backwards than the rest of the line. Made the assister, I think it was Mater, completely onside And then what a long nap taken by Leonardo Godoy. It's not common to see that on him. Andújar is marking the line of an alleged offside, which was not the case at all. Luciano Lolo was a step backwards and left everybody onside. And this is a shock, a big shock. A freezing water cube for Estudiantes.
That was a little tough to watch. On the left side, and so far Brian Calderara last week honestly putting on a show against San Lorenzo. He didn't get the goal, but he did give the assist for the header by Alexander Dominguez, and so far getting rewarded with the goal here. Now we'll see how obviously Estudiantes answers. They have with what? Careful with this one, the good combination down the right side here. Suki trying to put this one inside of the area, the chance of a header, the ball rejected. And now Barracas Central, who's going to most likely try to play on the counter attack. We know how they play away from home. They play very different when they play away from home than when they play at home. We talked about it with Francisco as well. As far as the tactical picture for Sergio Rondina, careful with this one. It's a good ball inside of the area towards the far post, rejected. And it should be a corner. It will be a corner for Estudiantes.
In terms of numbers, shouldn't be a hard task for Barracas Central to control Boselli, as they have himself only as the lonely striker against three center backs, Alvarez, Capraro, and Diaz. Two of them likely to be controlling Sosa and Rolaiser.
We'll see what happens. Ball making his way inside of the area, cleared. Another response by Barracas Central. On the right side, it's another good combination, and this could be something dangerous as it is clear on the back area by Sosa. It's going to be a throw-in. It's a good back heel, but not good enough. They had her down the right side. Another chance for Estudiantes. That's going to be a throw-in, but I think the referee ended up calling the foul. Opa! Oh! Bro, Heiser got lucky with. You saw it, right? It's definitely a foul, number one. And look how he throws the ball at the referee. They're not going to show that replay. He throws the ball at the referee, and the referee looks at him like... And now for sure he's getting a warning as well. I'm sure we're going to see that replay in just a couple of seconds, but he threw the ball at the referee pretty roughly, and the referee looked at him like, what are you doing? I'm sure that's why the warning is coming for it. The ball down the middle, careful with this one. One down the right side. And now Estudiantes starts combining as the ball makes its way down the middle. Good way to get it back, but not good enough as the ball once again is repossessed by Estudiantes. Barracas, who clearly has formed two lines, one of four and then one of five right in front of that one.
Yeah, Sepulveda visibly the only striker. Barracas' mission so far is to have every player from Estudiantes that might get the ball surrounded by somebody else. That's the good ball through from Penny Pil to Facundo Mater. That's what I was saying. Lolo was leaving everybody on side.
1, 2, 3, 4 seconds.
Yeah, Godoy taking a long time to play. Nobody said, hey, watch out, be careful. And Brian Calderara said, this is my chance. And he certainly took it.
Now the chance for Barracas trying to move their team forward, but we can already see that Estudiantes will be most likely the team that will control the match. Now the question is, are they going to be able to overturn this? Shouldn't be that complicated, but at the same time, Barracas is a team that can play very well defensively, so that's something to also look out for. Careful with this one, a mistake here. And the chance for Godoy making his way down the right side, tries to cut in. It's a good combination, but not good enough. Ball now repossessed. Another great slide challenge. Here's Rodriguez.
As we said, Klaus, that Boselli was well controlled. Look at Sepulveda trapped in that triangle of the two center backs, Lolo and Romero, and Jorge Rodriguez, which is a center half that likes to move backwards between the center backs. So it's not an easy task for them. It will be up to Mater and Calderara to open spaces, as Calderara already did, pressing Godoy.
Here's Rodriguez. Going to be a long ball inside of the area. Careful with this one. They're going to try to get it out. And that's going to be the corner for Estudiantes.
This is a good ball through. Boselli controlling it. Look at Leo Godoy coming without any marking. And just like he was caught by surprise by Calderara, now he caught the defense by surprise.
Now the chance for Estudiantes to see what they make on this one. They're going to try to play short. I smell an equalizer coming very, very soon here. It's a good ball inside of the area. Careful with this one. The double header cleared. Ball still alive. And now the ball cleared. Ball heiser down the middle. The chance for Estudiantes trying to get through. And now the ball cleared. They don't want any trouble. The other thing Estudiantes has to be careful is when they move the ball forward, they got to make sure that they don't leave spaces in the back that could potentially be utilized by Barracas. Careful with this one. Another ball making its way inside of the area. Cleared. And now repossessed by Sosa, who puts a long ball inside of the area. For Estudiantes, ladies and gentlemen, it's been Camille Roheiser, definitely. If not the goal of this weekend, one of the goals of this weekend for sure. Beautiful volley inside of the box, on there for the former River. And Estudiantes equalizes the match. It's all even. It's 1-1.
This is a PlayStation move. Credit to be given. Look at that. Let's close the stadium. Let's finish this match right now. We don't need to see any more. Fantastic. Not the most technical overhead kick, but certainly the most effective one by Benjamin Roheiser. The most aesthetic one on the way of the ball falling behind the keeper. The nice shot, the fancy shot, the pretty shot is the one that goes into the net. And certainly Roheiser made a great tribute to that. 1-1, and we have a great match coming up.
Wow, what a goal. Just simply. My God. Yeah, I hadn't caught like one of those in a while, so that's why I also get a little emotion, because I saw it happening before it even went in. Let's just put it that way. It's just one of those where you know, like, it's going in for sure. Ladies and gents, Estudiantes now with a more clear picture. We talked about them controlling the game, and I think they are controlling the game, and they managed to find the equalizer. Now we'll see if they can turn this around. Not a good ball down the middle. Barracas is going to have to rebuild for sure in the next couple of minutes. Make sure the goal doesn't shake him enough where they receive goals back to back. Here's Lolo trying to clear it out, finds a deflection. Good job by the former Banfield. It's going to be a goal kick. Here's Suki. As the ball makes its way down the left side, the good control by Sosa, putting it back into the middle. Here's Jorge Rodriguez, wonderful ball down the line, and it was a good ball indeed. Godoy, who's asking for a corner, but I don't think there's any type of deflection. At least not a visible one. It's going to be another goal kick.
We'll see how Barracas reacts, and we will show, or we will see, better said, if Barracas' goal was just an accident, or they are in contention for this game. The overhead kick by Benjamin Rolaiser was called a PlayStation move, but let me give the proper credits where credit is due to our producer, Mr. Pocho Capobianco, who had the prideful idea and alerted us about that.
Careful with this one. Another ball down the left side as it makes its way in. It was a little tough there for Andújar, but it's going to be a goal kick. Ball on the left side. Play down the middle. That's going to be a foul. No. Referee says no foul, and the ball will belong to Barracas Central. The thing is, if Estudiantes manages to keep the same pressure they had after they received the goal, they could definitely go for it. But the problem is they equalize, and now they decided to take it down a notch. I mean, it's also understandable. Obviously, you're not going to have the energy to keep up with the high pressure during the 90 minutes, but they got to keep that pressure up that so far had him leading in possession and passes, in which, by the way, led to the equalizer. A fantastic equalizer by Rollheiser. Another ball that's cleared. Herrera decides to recycle the ball. Here's a long cross towards the far left. Looking for Insua. The ball is cleared. Once again by Lolo. And it is going to be another throw-in. Actually, Godoy is the one getting rid of that one. It is going to be another throw-in for Barracas. Here's Tapia. Tries to find the rebound, the deflection. Not able to. It's another ball down the space. This one's going to go right into the hands of Andújar. Now the chance for Barracas once again. Good ball into the area. Careful with this one. It is a good header by Sepúlveda. In a good control once again by Andújar. Didn't require too much from the keeper. Here's a replay. It was a good cross indeed, though, right into the head of the forward.
Very good cross by Insúa, but Sepúlveda was quite marked. Top scorer of Barracas in this tournament with 5 goals. This is the replay. José Sosa, look at what a wonderful ball. Rolaiser saw that he couldn't do anything, turned around and did the rest.
Andújar. Rodríguez. The ball down the right side. Good control. Good possession so far by Estudiantes. Managing to control the match. Obviously, we got to be realistic, and that goal by Barracas came from a major mistake. Usually we don't see, especially from a man like Godoy. But they were able to quickly overturn it. Not overturn it completely, but at least equalize it. It's a goal kick by Andújar. Long ball by the keeper. Good way to get it back now. Suki. Long ball by the keeper. Trying to get away from his marker. It's another good ball inside of the area. Good header to clear it out. Here's Tapia. And look where Tapia is. That should tell you a lot of things as far as how backed up the team really is. They need to find a way to push up a little bit further. Another ball down the right side. As Casíbar finds Godoy. Here's Rolheiser looking for the combination. The ball outside of the area. It's a great through ball. Careful with this one. What was that? Referee was in a very good position. And he was very confident that that was nothing.
Confident that that was nothing.
Nah.
Nothing. No. Godoy
He's already diving before. Did you see he's diving before the leg is already extended? Like, he's looking for the contact.
Yeah, he hooked the foot. He hooked his foot in the opponent's leg, and well, that prevented him from keep on moving forward, and he simply lied on ground.
It's a good ball down the middle. Estudiantes looking for another one. The shot! Golazo for Estudiantes. What's going on? What's going on? What an evening! First Rolheiser, now Jorge Rodriguez, two simply beauties. Fantastic shots from outside of the area. And Estudiantes on top over Barracas Central. Quickly turns it around. 2-1.
Amazing. Never give space to a player that is running as committed as and convinced as Jorge Rodriguez was. This is why he simply loaded up the bar and sent the ball into the top corner. Amazing, and the Peñarol shirt is keep on jumping and celebrating. Some roots in La Plata for sure. half Montevideo, half La Plata. What a great goal, and Estudiantes is deservedly getting the lead of the game.
And now Barracas Central looking to respond the ball from outside of the area. As Tapia was looking for the control, the ball still in danger zone. That looked like a foul. Is it Tapia? I think it was Tapia. He is going to get a yellow.
Yep.
Ball down the middle. Referee allows the action to continue. And now the chance for Barracas Central making their way down the middle. Ball's quickly picked up back by Suki. Good ball down the space. Casillar. And now the ball played forward, trying to clear spaces. This one's going to be a recycle towards the keeper. No, never mind. Kept in possession. It's a good ball. Cleared by Lolo, times one. And now times two. Gets rid of it successfully. To get it back by Barracas. Down the middle looking for space, but not able to obtain it. Ball goes nowhere, and it is picked up once again by Estudiantes. Good movement down the left side by Benedetti, who tries to feed it down the middle. Not a good control by Rollheiser, who loses possession.
And Klaus, we should be saying welcome Estudiantes, at least for a couple of hours, as this victory moves them up to second place, leveling San Lorenzo. 6 points away from Ríver Plate. Still a long way.
Poor control down the middle by Tapia, who loses possession, and now the chance for Estudiantes trying to get back. Carrying this one down the middle, careful as the ball makes its way down the left side. Ball making his way in. Good clearance on the near post to get danger out. And now comes Barracas Central with a response. And this can actually be a little bit interesting if they manage to make something out of it. Careful with this one. A good ball down the middle. Calderara has space, but obviously waits for the overlapping run by Insua, trying to make his way down the right side. What happened? I think it's going to be a throw-in for Barracas Central. Chance maybe of a shot from long range. This one very far away from target.
Everybody's trying now. After the two goals we saw from Estudiantes, now everybody wants to try. This is the replay of the goal by Rollheiser. I mean, the overhead kick gets everything, catches all the eyes, but the assist, the pass delivered by Jose Sosa, gives the clear picture of why he was someday transferred to Bayern Munich, being 21 years old.
Suki. As Boselli's asking for it. So far, Boselli hasn't been too involved. It's a good ball down the left side. Careful with this one. A couple of players asking for a handball there, but Estudiantes in possession. As the ball makes its way down the right side. Careful with this one. That's a good combination. Here's Rodriguez. I don't understand exactly what he tried to do on that one because it wasn't a shot nor a pass. The shot ends up capturing. Ball down the right side. A couple of players there asking for a handball. Nothing there. Estudiantes in possession as Godoy gets a quick touch. Backs this one up. Barracas and Doug back in control. That's not a foul. Keep it going, says the ref. That's Casillar. Once again towards number 5. In possession. Boselli trying to mark the through ball. Good touches. That's going to be a foul. And I think the referee is going to stop the match because he is going to give out a yellow. And it's not for Tapia. If not, that would have been his second. It's going to be for Juan Ignacio Diaz. And the free kick for El Pincha.
Still in pain. We'll see if he can go on normally. Barracas strangely doesn't seem to be outplayed too much by Estudiantes, despite they have the advantage and they have been solidly playing from the midfield up. And when they put a little bit of pressure, they managed to score the 2 goals they needed to turn the game around. But still, Barracas has shown some nice stuff in the first minutes, not only for the goal, but playing an even game, daring to play the iguala iguala, as they say in Spanish. They managed to play at the same pace of Estudiantes, and it was looking interesting. We'll see if they can recover.
Here it is once again. My God. Ladies and gents, Estudiantes looking for the third one. So far, it's been a pretty entertaining first half. Can't really complain about it. A chance for Estudiantes. It's going to be Suki once again putting an interesting ball inside of the area. The chance for Boselli. Offsides. That's correct.
Slightly
Good
offside.
vision by the referee. Yep. Ball rejected. Another volley that gets played inside of the area. Down the middle, the volley. Definitely not a good pass. Another chance for Barracas Central, trying to maybe get something here. I wouldn't count them out of the game yet. It's a very long ball down the left side. Poor coverage by Alvarez, and it's going to be a corner for Estudiantes. And of course, the tall men make their way up. Estudiantes looking for another one right before halftime, looking to secure the lead by 2 goals. 2 executioners. As Godoy still tries to talk to the referee. Here's Rollheiser, careful with this one. They're going to try to feed this one down the middle. A chance of a shot from outside.
Oh, come on.
I'm out of here. Bye. I'm out.
Yeah.
Golazo for Estudiantes, ladies and gentlemen. What an evening of golazos. This time is Jose Sosa, who wants to get into the book and gets into the book. Look at this. What a rocket from long range. And Estudiantes with 3 golazos leads in the first half against Barracas. 3-1.
Now this is unbelievable. This has no explanation. Jose Sosa, full of confidence, gave us this beauty of a goal. We will have to speak with our production crew. We'll have to. A top 5 will not be enough for us in the top 5 of goals of the weekend. It won't be enough.
It's crazy, man. That's insane. Careful with this. That's going to be a foul. That's going to be a foul. There's a player down. Is it Penipil? Yeah.
I think there is a slight touch from behind over Penipil.
I'm going to tell you something, too. I don't want to take any credit away from Jose Sosa, but the first 2, amazing. But this one, I think the keeper could have done a little bit more about it. A little bit more. Especially because it was right towards the middle.
Yeah, it could be true. I think you might be right, Klaus. Anyway, with Sosa, we have no problem with the credit because half of the goal by Realizer, despite the amazing finishing, is credited to his brilliant assist. But still, well, Penipil seems to be injuring his shoulder, perhaps on the way he fell into the ground. 3-1, and you never know when this will stop. We'll see what can happen with this free kick. Barracas, as we said, is a team that was, in general, in game. They were dominated for a few moments, but not intensely. Therefore, if they score, they are back on the run.
Let's see what happens. It's going to be Insua, the man in charge. Let's see if Barracas can find something. Well, definitely not like that. That's for sure. Ball gets played forward. Now makes its way down. Controlled by Escasibar, the 1-2 down the right side. Control down the middle. Now it's going to be a long ball forward. This one's going to be for Estudiantes as the ref. Good control. This ball makes its way down the middle. Another good coverage by Estudiantes so far defensively, except for that mistake, of course. They've been outstanding. Another chance for Barracas. Careful with the shot from outside. Everybody wants to try it now. It's going to be a goal kick. Light goes up, no foul, says the ref. And that's going to be a throw-in for Estudiantes. Makes his way down the right side. Another chance for Escasibar. Good back heel. Ball rejected. Back in possession for Estudiantes. Godoy. Once you're in control overall of the scoreboard, it makes it easier for you to be able to handle the ball correctly, for you to not be so nervous with it. And I think so far that's what Barracas is suffering right now. The confidence from Estudiantes after those goals, and obviously after having a 2-goal lead, which is what they have at the moment. That looks to be onside. What happened? I think it was stopped.
It's a great way to kick off the round, or kick off the day actually, as we have 2 more games coming up. Estudiantes not so fancy but effective when they needed to be, and opportunistic when they had the chance to score. Therefore, it's a very well-deserved lead for the hosts.
It's a long ball. So Sepúlveda, who hasn't been able to do much so far. That's going to be a foul.
We play 2 more minutes.
Suki. Back towards Ascasibar. And now the response by Barracas. Careful with this one. It could be a good one. The chance! And the great response by Andújar. That caught Estudiantes off guard. And that could have been simply tragic. And now the response by El Pinche as the ball makes its way down the right side. Careful with this one. It's a good cross. I think it's a little too long, but it is going to be kept inbound. Here's Boselli stepping inside of the area. Nothing at all. Estudiantes looking to get the ball back in action. Another good cross inside of the area. Another header. Couple of men making their way up. Of course, the center backs, the tallest man in the pitch. Estudiantes heading into the locker room with a 2-goal lead. Let's see if they can make it a 3-goal lead and pretty much close out this game. Once again, Suki will be the man in charge. The only thing we have remaining to see here is an Olympic goal. That will be it. Careful with this one. It's a long ball down the second post. No one there to take advantage of that one. It was a very poor execution. And it is going to be a goal kick. Another long ball. Barracas in possession. Estudiantes with a very good recovery once again. Barracas hasn't been able to do much offensively. Ladies and gents, that whistle marks the halftime here at the Jorge Luis Hershey Stadium. And so far, after kind of a tragic start for Estudiantes, after that mistake by Godoy, quickly able to turn it around. And our producer said it. I think Francisco probably thinks the same thing as I don't recall doing a game, and I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I don't remember doing a game where we had 3 fantastic goals in the first half like we did from Estudiantes. Really unthinkable. And so far, Francisco, those 3 goals has El Pincha leading 3-1.
Yeah, indeed, I can't recall the same. I can't recall another game like this with so many beautiful goals. But anyway, Klaus, Estudiantes started erratically, but then they recovered and turned the game around. 3-1, a comfortable lead for the hosts. We'll go to a little break, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back to the Estadio Jorge Luis Hirschi. Estudiantes and Barracas Central are giving us a very, very nice game to watch with 4 goals in the first half. A 3-1 lead for Estudiantes, despite they started losing. We'll have a look at the schedule of the round. We started with the goalless draw between Sarmiento and Newell's. Then Arsenal beats Boca Juniors last night 1-0. As we saw, Estudiantes is 3-1 against Barracas Central. Then we'll be followed by Tigre Talleres and Argentinos Juniors against Platense. Tomorrow we start with Belgrano against Vélez, Ríver Plέit's against Defensa y Justicia, Central Córdoba playing Huracán, Rosario Central taking on Instituto, and then Racing Club hosting Banfield. On Sunday, Unión Gimnasia, San Lorenzo, Colón, Godoy Cruz, Independiente, and Lanús, Atlético Tucumán. The standings have Ríver Plέit's on 41 points. Estudiantes and San Lorenzo are now on 35. Talleres is on 34. Defensa y Justicia and Rosario Central on 30. Lanús on 29. Belgrano on 28. Boca Juniors on 27. Newell's on 27. Then Godoy Cruz, Sarmiento, Argentinos Juniors and Platense. Then Tigre, Barracas Central. Gimnasia, Instituto, Central Córdoba, Colón, Racing, Vélez, Independiente, Huracán, Atlético Tucumán, Banfield, Arsenal and Unión. Special moments as we see the tribute to Jerónimo Rulli, world champion in Qatar, as the backup keeper to Emiliano Martinez, given a shirt with the number he made his debut, if I'm not wrong. Jerónimo Rulli, a very reliable keeper, getting a very well-deserved tribute by the club in which he was raised as a football player. Look at the tears in his eyes. And now let's move to the highlights of the game. who scored a brilliant goal, with which Estudiantes is leading 3-1 against Barracas Central. We have played 2 games yesterday. A 0-0 draw between Sarmiento and Newell's in Junín, and then the 1-0 win by Arsenal over Bόκα Juniors. Big news today reports that Sebastián Villa has been sentenced for 2 years in prison after being charged and found guilty of domestic violence over his former girlfriend in April 2020. The Colombian winger likely not to play anymore for Bόka Juniors, as we will have a look at what happened last night in Sarandí, where Arsenal beat Bόka Juniors. Corner kick in the 24th minute, as everybody was remembering Javier Jacuzzi, a former left back of Arsenal, who passed away in the week and always wore shirt number 24. The header down and the back heel by Facundo by Joaquín Pombo. Beating Sergio Romero. Corner kick by Santiago Tolosa. The ball was headed down by Pons.
No seamos indiferentes. Desde el Club Estudiantes de La Plata reafirmamos una vez más nuestro compromiso con la erradicación de la violencia por motivos de género. Ni una menos en las casas.
We are back
Ni una menos en las calles.
at the Estadio Jorge Luis Hirschi.
En las calles.
The game is 3-1. As Estudiantes and Barracas Central are giving us a really entertaining game. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Francisco Aure. We'll be back with Klaus German in a few seconds. We are sharing the game with you. Thank you very much for joining us around the world, as every game we will never be thankful enough for your company around the globe, no matter what language you speak, where you live in the world. Everybody's welcome to the Argentinian Liga Profesional de Fútbol, as Estudiantes and Barracas Central are giving us a very, very nice game. We started saying that Barracas Central had shocked Estudiantes, but Estudiantes' hierarchy was certainly higher, and they are playing at home. So it was a bit of a matter of time to find them turning the game around.
They made it easier for them. Very easy for them. Remember we talked about, like, after, let's be real, we even said it as well. It's not to take credit away, but we said 2 things. Number one, we talked about how Barracas Central is a team that's completely different away than how they are at home. I was looking at some of the stats. I mean, 4 corners to 0. You look at the possession and you're looking over 60% for Estudiantes. If this game right now was 3-4-0, I don't think no one could have really said anything. The problem is, defensively, Barracas Central hasn't been bad. If you think about it, they haven't been bad. You might tell me, well, they're 3-1. I know, but let's look at all the 3 goals from Estudiantes. They're all golazos. 2 out of the 3 from outside of the area. I guess the first one, we can say that it was inside of the area, and the player should have been by himself the way he was, but honestly, dude, it's just one of those games where it's just, there's very little you could do, and I'm putting myself in the shoes of Barracas Central, of course. When you have 3 goals like that, very little to analyze, you know what I'm saying? And you said it, one thing that caught my attention that you said in it, and I agreed as well, it hasn't been like Estudiantes has taken over the match completely. Yeah, they had more possession, they had more passes, like I said, corners, but it's not like they super outplayed Barracas Central. But they just found those goals, and I think psychologically the visitors just literally fell to the ground.
Yeah, it looks like a very effective game. Estudiantes was very effective because they didn't have too many more chances apart from the 3 goals they scored. But of course, this is football, and this is a matter of scoring goals, not creating chances only. Scoring goals, and certainly they have done 3 times against 1, and that's what gives them the 3 points.
I don't see any type of reaction from Barracas Central. I don't know if you, but
I think their plan was working very well, but it only lasted 10 minutes. Trying to close the spaces, trying to prevent the midfielders from playing, blocking 2 men on Sosa, 2 men on Rolaiser, the fullback and the side midfielder of each side covering Rolaiser and Sosa, but it wasn't so lasting, as we are having 2 changes for Barracas. It's a change of system as Juan Ignacio Díaz leaves. Alan Cantero, a striker, enters the field, and also Maximiliano Rodriguez replaces Mauro Peinipil.
Estudiantes who will play midweek in the Conmebol Sudamericana. Referee counting the 22 protagonists. Ladies and gents, the action continues here in the Jorge Luis Hirschi Stadium as we continue the coverage of round 19 in Argentina. And so far, Estudiantes taking care of business here at home. 3-1 against Barracas Central. Careful with this one. A good recovery and a good ball down the middle. Another early defensive mistake by Estudiantes. The ball still alive. Now finally cleared times 1, cleared times 2. And it goes back in possession of Barracas.
I'm surprised. Start. Sorry, Klaus. I am surprised that Estudiantes didn't rotate the squad for this game. They are playing Bragantino, which is the team which they are leveled in at the lead of the top in the group.
I mean, I guess they feel that the game is still open. Careful with this one. The chance for Barracas Central inside of the area. Good way to win it here. By Romero, who now clears it out. Great job by Said.
Four games.
Good recovery down the middle by Insua. Go ahead.
Sorry. 4 games in the Sudamericana for Estudiantes. 3 wins, 1 draw. 9 goals scored and yet to concede goals in the competition.
Wow. Yeah, I did one of their games against Tacuarí. But I didn't know they hadn't reached that game ended 4-0. Careful with this one, the chance for Estudiantes. Ball down the right side, here's Godoy picking up his head, putting an interesting ball inside of the area. The chance for Boselli, who brings it down. The shot, the ball still alive. The chance of a shot! And it is a shot indeed by Escasibar, and a great response. It was actually Roheiser. And a great response by Villar. It's going to be a corner.
I think it's back to what we were saying in the before kicking off the second half, Klaus. That's the Rolaiser is very left-footed, so the right one was not a bad shot, but anyway, he could have done better with the left leg. I think it's the first time you name Villar, because Estudiantes didn't shoot too many times on targets. Only 3 goals.
Let's see what happens with this one. The chance for Estudiantes. Great ball in the area! And the header inches away from target. Luciano Lula was the man to carry this one forward. It's going to be a goal kick.
Nice header. We couldn't spot clearly who it was. I think it was Luciano Lolo. And then the ball went out.
Long ball on the right side. The back heel. Ball kept inbound. A little risky towards Romero. Good back heel here as well. And now the rebound. This one's going to belong to Estudiantes. Handball. And a free kick for Barracas. It's a very long ball. Now the chance for Barracas moving this one forward. Like we said, not yet dead. It is a shot that's not that far from target, but nothing that worried Andújar. It's going to be a goal kick. Long ball from Bichar. No foul there. And now a good turn. Insua. Now Barracas looking better in the second half. Long ball here.
In the meantime, Estudiantes now leaning comfortably on the advantage, as Barracas is 2 goals down and a reaction doesn't seem extremely likely.
No, not yet. They've looked better so far in the second half, but nothing that can accommodate Estudiantes. By the way, is looking very solid. Careful with this one. It is a good ball. Down the line, the chance for Roheiser taking another shot from long range. This one's going to be controlled by the keeper. Once again, a good job, good reaction by Bichar. The ball cleared. It's going to be a throw-in for the visitors. I think that's Calderara, right? Asking for a substitution. The author of the first goal, the opener. Another chance for Barracas. Careful with this one. It is a good through ball. Andújar with the response. Another ball into the area. Another good response. Now Barracas in control right at the edge of the area. Calderara seems to be in pain. Careful with this one. This one goes right into the hands of Andújar, who plays it quick. Another response by Estudiantes, and there's a lot of space here to take advantage of. Great reaction defensively to clear this one out. Very attentive. There's Capraro. Here's the double save by Andújar. He could have grabbed the second one, I think, but they didn't want to play any chances. Now Barracas looking with a little bit of momentum. Not a good ball. You can see Barracas obviously with a more intention to play forward, especially with the tactical change. Barracas in control.
Barracas back to the recipe that gave them the win against San Lorenzo. A double 9 now with Cantero joining Sepúlveda.
Now the ball down the right side. Careful with this one. The cut inside of the area. The 1-2 with Tapia, but not able to keep this one inbound.
That's the movement by Maximiliano Rodriguez, who entered the field replacing Peinipil.
That's going to be a foul.
So everybody, make sure you follow us on AFA Play, as you can find, you can read our social media on the bottom of your screens. Loads of contents on the Argentinian Liga Profesional de Fútbol.
Ball made it way towards Herrera, who receives the foul. Barracas in control as well, makes his way down the right side. Here's Tapia, who has space and time. Feeds it towards the middle. Capraro. No chance for the ball to be played inside of the area. Careful with this one. Sepúlveda looking to turn. Another good through ball. Andujar's going to let this one go. It's going to be a goal kick.
They couldn't see a foul properly or what, nothing to complain from there.
Godoy. It's a good ball down the middle. This one's going to be a little too much. Should be a goal kick. Suki. Referee applies the advantage law, but the ball makes its way back towards Estudiantes. Good recovery down the middle by Insua. Alvarez sends this one forward. Good way to stop it by Romero. So far, impeccable in the back area. Here's Godoy. Rodriguez. Roheiser, a little short, but gets where it needs to get indeed. Now this one doesn't. Good recovery by Insua. And now Barracas Central on the attack. And the Campus has the ball for more than 3-4 passes. They ran out of ideas right away. Now the chance for Estudiantes. And a good movement there by Boselli, not able to capture correctly. Ball now gets recycled towards Guido Villar.
The game has kind of fell in a downhill now. Estudiantes has no rush. They have a 2-goal cushion. And they have to save energy for the week game in which they face Red Bull Bragantino. A win would allow them to tie in the last round against their weakest opponent in the group and go through.
Another good ball inside of the area, clear. Yeah, that's going to be a key game for Estudiantes. This is a key game for them. Here's Romero. Ascasibar back towards Romero. Now Rodriguez. Boselli awaits inside of the area. He needs to get his goal. Hasn't gotten it yet. Another great combination down the right side. Now it's Barracas Central. They want to get this one back. Let's see if they can do something with it. It's another good combination down the middle. Estudiantes back. This one should be interesting down the left side. Careful with this one. Here's Roel Heiser. Puts an interesting ball towards Boselli, who seems to be offside. Pushes this one towards Godoy, who puts it back into action. But I think everything should be canceled, right? Yep. No, it's actually going to be a corner. Looks like there was a previous offsides, but it was never called. Corner number 6 for Estudiantes. Once again, the man to take this one will be Godoy. See what happens. Estudiantes looking for the 4th and to completely seal this result. Good ball inside of the area. The header! Lolo! For Estudiantes, Lolo seals a victory here for Estudiantes at home, 4-1. Luciano Lolo.
If there was any hope for Barracas to make a comeback, then that has just been sent to the trash bin by Luciano Lolo, jumping in the air between two center backs. A good cross by Fernando Zucchi with the outswing. And then the ball bounces and goes into the bottom of the net. Good coverage there by Romero. Then jumping over Francisco Alvarez and Luciano Lolo for the disappointments of Sergio Rondina. Puts the score 4-1 and Estudiantes has this absolutely sentenced.
Ladies and gents, the action continues. Nothing to complain about. Nothing wrong on that kick. Now Estudiantes maybe going for more. Here's Ascasibar down the middle. Tries to put another interesting ball. Barracas with the response down the right side. Careful with this one. Good takeaway. And it will be a throw-in for the visitors. Barracas. It's a long cross inside of the area. Careful with this one. Way too long. Barracas looking for something. It's a great ball inside of the area. This one goes over the crossbar.
Barracas now in simply an out of throttle. Just moving up and trying to get any goal that can put them closer or at least stop the storm, as that's what I was expecting to see. Rotation changes. Franco Sapiola and Juan Cruz Guasoni. Two players that are for sure set to enter and replace regular starters to save them for the next game against Bragantino. Reiser and Rodriguez will leave.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like any of the teams are going to go after another goal. Now it's Barracas, the one on the attack. Careful with this one as the ball makes its way inside of the area. Cleared. Another long ball towards Boselli. Good control defensively. Here's Herrera. Opens this one wide towards Rodriguez as the ball makes its way inside of the area. The header pretty much goes nowhere. And now Roheiser, who doesn't get rid of it completely. Here's Insua. Barracas in control. So 2 substitutions coming right up. This is going to be a free kick.
Okay, we have changes in both teams. Let's go one by one. Jorge Rodriguez is leaving. Juan Cruz Guasoni, the former player of Patronato, will replace him. Franco Sapiola also replaces Benjamín Rolaiser. Franco Frias replaces Bruno Sepúlveda in Barracas in the meantime.
Ladies and gents, the chance for Barracas. Let's see what happens, and it's going to be Tapia taking care of this one. Tapia right into the hands of Andújar. Godoy. Couple of indications from Rondina. Godoy decides to back this one up. Who pokes it towards the right side. And Rodriguez gets involved. Here's Frias. That's going to be a foul. Barracas in there so far looking solid, maintaining possession, and here looking for at least one more. As we cross the 70-minute mark, here's a good ball inside of the area. Far post! For Barracas Central. Well, at least they get one more, Fran. We'll see if he's on. Looks like he's on. Facundo Mater towards the second post. And now, 4-2.
Mater completely out of marking, very, very alone. More lonely than home alone, actually. And he scored a perfect header. Let me credit our partner from the Argentinian Spanish broadcast, Mr. Leo Guardia, right next to him, next to me. He came across us and said, Mater is playing a fantastic game. I would bring him to any team I would be coaching, and certainly the goal was there.
Barracas in control. Let's see if that gives him a little more. Kind of now it leaves me to doubt what would have happened if this would have been the initial tactical plan from Barracas Central, because so far in this second half they've been the superior team. They looked more confident. Totally different team from what we saw in the first half. Francisco, another chance once again from Barracas, looking to move this one up. It's another good ball inside of the area, far post. That looked like a foul, and it is a foul indeed.
Mater now playing as a wing striker. He's been standing on the left side. This is the replay. But then he fouled, I think it was Leo Godoy. Guido Carrillo steps in, replacing Mauro Boselli.
That's going to be a foul.
And then new fresh legs in the wings for Barracas as Lucas Colito will replace Brian Calderara. There he is ready to enter the field.
Here's Suki in control, shifts this one towards the middle. Estudiantes in control. Here's an interesting ball. The chance of a shot! There goes Sapiola, if I'm not mistaken. Inches away from the left post. It's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, very good one. This is a good one for. This is good to give the chances and to give minutes to the substitutes.
There's a very tough pass here. Sergio Rondina. We're going to send this one long inside of the area. And it is a long ball indeed, looking for Carrillo. This ball is going to go over the far post. They're going to try to cross it in. It is a good cross indeed. A chance of a header! Guido! Carrillo, Guido, yeah, of course. Good! For Estudiantes, Guido Carrillo. I was going to tell you when he got in, I was going to tell you, you know what? Smells like a goal for number 9, because every time he comes in, magic suddenly appears. Ladies and gents, it is a total party here in La Plata as Estudiantes leads 5 goals to 2, excuse me.
32 years old, but still smells like teen spirit. Guido Carrillo, one of the wonder kids of Estudiantes 10 years ago. A fantastic jump. Wig marking from Barracas. And let's keep up the goals. Let's keep them coming, no matter which end is. Second time in the game that Estudiantes pulls away 3 goals of margin.
Well, a game full of goals, Francisco. We can't really complain about anything. It's been fantastic so far.
That was a dangerous fault.
Hay cambio en Estudiantes de La Plata. Se va a retirar con la camiseta número 13, Gastón Benedetti.
Manuel Mas replaces Benedetti, and Eros Mancuso replaces Leonardo Godoy. 2 substitutions that were expected to be made for this game, for the lineup, of course. But now it's time. Well, that's a lot of emotion, my friend.
Somebody get him a tissue, please.
Yeah. It's not cold anyway in Argentina today.
Está emocionado. He's having a time of his life. Look at that. Qué grande, amigo. It's the passion, Francisco. It's the passion.
Yeah. Come and tell us from passion. South America has a huge passion for football.
Ball at the edge of the... Ooh! Ooh! I like the first one better, though. So can you go over the... Mas replaced Benedetti. Which one was the other substitution, if you don't mind repeating it for me?
Yes,
I missed it.
Eros Mancuso replaced Leonardo Godoy. Both changes were expected to be made for the lineup of this game, for the start of the game, as part of the expected rotation.
Thank you very much. A chance for Estudiantes. Another ball from long range. This one's going to be captured by Villar. And now the chance for it. Ooh. There was a previous foul, I'm guessing. I'm sorry, I don't even want to talk. Yeah, that's why I was being quiet. I don't even want to talk. I just want to let these people just sing and I don't want to hear it. Because it's great. It's great. It's like, you know, if we talk, we get in the middle of it. It's like, we kind of ruin the... I'm sure people want to listen to that as well. Yeah. Ladies and gents.
One of the leading rock singers ever in Argentina.
That was Barracas in possession. Ball down the left side as Frias puts his ball into the area. Barracas Central with the recovery. Great challenge for that ball. Estudiantes moving the ball forward. Looking for another one. Careful with this one. We could see another one. Oh, Carrillo turning around, almost missing the ball. He had a couple of men by the far post.
Last change of the night. Approaching in Barracas, it will be Maximiliano Puig, spelled P-U-I-G from its Catalan origins. And the one that is coming off is Ivan Tapia. The only yellow card in the game.
Ivan Tapia comes off. Careful with this one, the ball's still alive. Who gets rid of it. Maximiliano Puig. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Puig? Maybe you can... Puig?
Yeah,
correct me on that one, Fran.
In an Argentinian Spanish, it will be Puig. But if we stick to the Catalan origins, it will be Puig.
We'll go with Puig. Chance for Barracas down the right side. That's going to be a throw-in. And this is going to be a goal kick. Very long ball. Barracas on the attack. That looked like a handball. And it was indeed. Barracas careful because they steal this one. A chance from long range, able to clear this one out. Another response by Estudiantes. Careful with this one, going into the attack. Down the right side, opa, a little slip there. Managed to stay in possession, and then Sosa loses it. Ball cleared, but it is going to go back in possession of Estudiantes. Acasibar. Another ball down the space. Good way to fight it, but it is going to be a throw-in for Estudiantes. That ball actually looked like it was still inside. That's why the reaction from the people as well. It looked like it was still inside. Couple of touches down the middle. This game's been done. Good way to win it here. Good challenge as well, and that's going to be a throw in once again for the home side.
I doubt we'll have loads of added time, not much, not more than 2 or 3 minutes, because we didn't have too much of action. Just one yellow card, despite all the changes.
That's going to be a foul, and that should be a card as well. There it is. Ascasio going into the referee's book, and it will be a free kick.
We had just one yellow card. Here you have the second one. Just like what you do.
Yeah, that's the first. Yeah, that's the first one for Estudiantes, because the other two were for. I have Juan Ignacio Diaz and Tapia no longer on the pitch. Either one. So. It's going to be a long ball. Matar. Of course, Barracas pretty much wanting the match to end. I think that's the best thing that could possibly happen to them. Ball gets recycled towards Andújar, who plays it quick down the right-hand side. It's a good 1-2. Another chance for Estudiantes to make something happen. That's going to be an offsides. Escasibar. Estudiantes in control. This could be a good one. The chance now once again. And I'm sure Vishar is going to try to prevent the corner kick on this one. Does it very successfully. Good slide challenge. That ball's inside. That ball's inside. Yep, still in. The chance for Estudiantes. Careful with this one. Trying to make their way up. Here's Carrillo. Now Ascasibar. Whoa, good way to fight for that ball. And now the chance of a quick counter attack by Barracas. Careful with this one. The chance for Matar. Down the left side. Moving in. Tries to feed it through, but it's a very predictable pass. Now the response by Estudiantes. Here's Suki. Good turn by number 8. Has the option down the middle, and that's exactly where he heads to. Estudiantes on the attack. There's nothing there. Referee almost gets in the way. Andújar is going to control this one. Going to be a very long ball. We're going to play 3 more minutes. Now the ball making its way down the right side towards Mancuso. Good control by number 14, the 1-2. Now Jose Sosa tries to feed this one through. That's going to be a throw-in for Barracas. Final seconds, final minutes. Barracas in control. Another good ball down the space. Matar right at the edge of the area. Another response by Estudiantes. Ball cleared by Romero. By the way, one of the most solid players. And now Andújar responding very well. That's going to be a corner for Barracas.
Very good save. And this shows why Andújar, despite not being in his best ages, is a great keeper. Reliable. Appearing from a sudden.
Another ball that makes its way down the area. Careful with this one, still alive. Andújar manages to come out. The ball still in and out. That could have been one of the last ones for sure. There's a player down. I think he was offsides on this one, by the way.
We're in the final seconds of the game.
Ladies and gents, that's the full-time whistle here in La Plata. A very good win by Estudiantes that started off in a tragic way in that very big mistake by Godoy that led to the opener by Calderara. But Estudiantes quickly managed to recover. They turned the game around and they pretty much controlled it throughout the whole first half. Barracas did look better, Fran. I think you can agree with me on that one during the second half. A team that seemed more confident going into the attack, but they did manage to find one, but couldn't find any more. So I think Estudiantes takes the 3 points in a valid weight. Your thoughts about it?
Well, in the end, Barracas, yeah, it looks like a silly difference in the scoreline, since Barracas has managed to have some periods of a respectable football and not being a team 3 goals down from Estudiantes, which were more effective than anything else in this night. Klaus, it's been a big pleasure.
Take it easy, my friend. Until next time.
5-2 in a great game we have seen with 7 goals. Something that is not common at all in Argentina. As here we see some of the best actions. Let's move now to the highlights of the game. Good game. We have seen 5-2 for Estudiantes over Barracas Central. Ladies and gentlemen, alongside Klaus German, I am Francisco Aure. Thank you for being with us, and stay tuned for Argentinos Juniors Platense and Tigre Talleres.